I'm going to teach you 20 awesome C1 level words that will make you sound like a real movie critic. And guess what? These words aren't just for movies. You can use them in other situations too, from books to conversations, and even when you're writing an essay. So let's dive in and boost your vocabulary. The first word I've got for you is gripping, meaning something that grabs your attention and makes you want to keep watching or reading because it's so exciting. That movie was so gripping, I couldn't even check my phone. The book's ending was so gripping, I stayed up all night to finish it. The second word is thought-provoking. Something that makes you think deeply about life, ideas, or situations is thought-provoking. The documentary was thought-provoking. It really made me rethink how I use social media. That book was so thought-provoking, I kept thinking about it for days. Intricate. Something very detailed and complex with lots of parts or elements. The plot of that mystery movie was so intricate, you really had to pay attention to keep up. The design on that dress is intricate, with so many tiny patterns. Captivating. Something that grabs your attention in a way that makes it hard to look away because it's so interesting or beautiful. Captivating. Her performance was captivating. I couldn't take my eyes off the stage. That YouTube video was so captivating, I ended up watching the whole thing without realizing it. Unpredictable. Something that you can't guess what will happen next because it keeps surprising you. That movie was totally unpredictable. Every time I thought I knew what was going on, something wild happened. The weather is so unpredictable. It was sunny, then it suddenly started raining. Dystopian. Dystopian is a word that describes a world or society in the future where everything has gone wrong. It's usually dark, unfair, and controlled by powerful governments or technology. So The Hunger Games is a dystopian story where people are forced to fight in deadly competitions. Recently, the movie Kalki in India and Furiosa is a movie that is set in a dystopian setting. In the dystopian movie, technology had taken over and no one was allowed to think for themselves. Poignant. Poignant. Something that makes you feel deep emotions, often sadness or sympathy, because the story or the plot is touching or moving. The scene where the character says goodbye to their family was so poignant, it brought tears to my eyes. The movie's ending was poignant. It was sad, but it also made you think about life in a meaningful way. The next word is haunting. Haunting. Something that stays in your mind for a long time because it's emotional, beautiful, or eerie. It often has a mysterious or a sad feeling to it. The music in that movie was so haunting, I couldn't stop thinking about it even after it ended. The photograph was haunting. It was beautiful, but it had a sadness that really stuck with me. Compelling. Something that is so interesting or convincing that you feel like you have to keep watching or listening. His speech was so compelling, everyone in the room was silent. The storyline in that game is compelling. I couldn't stop playing. Heart-wrenching. Something that makes you feel really sad or emotional, almost like your heart is being squeezed. The ending of that movie was heart-wrenching. I couldn't stop crying. It was heart-wrenching when the main character had to say goodbye to his dog. Riveting. This is a very nice word. Riveting is something that is so interesting or exciting but you're completely focused on it. That thriller was riveting. I didn't even blink during the action scenes. Her story was riveting. I couldn't wait to hear what happened next. Groundbreaking. Something new and innovative, like no one has ever done before. That technology is groundbreaking. It's going to change the way we do everything. The director's approach to filming was groundbreaking, completely different from anything we've seen before. Spellbinding. Something so fascinating and magical that it feels like it has you under a spell. The magician's performance was spellbinding. I couldn't believe my eyes. The scenery in that movie was spellbinding. It looked like something out of a dream. Ambiguous. Something that isn't clear or has more than one possible meaning, making you wonder what's really going on. The ending of that movie was ambiguous. I'm not sure if the hero survives or not. Her answer was so ambiguous, I couldn't tell if she was happy or mad. Atmospheric. Atmospheric. Something that creates a specific mood or feeling, often mysterious or spooky. That haunted house had such an atmospheric vibe. It felt like something was watching me the whole time. The music in the game was really atmospheric, making it feel intense and exciting. Flawless. Something perfect, with no mistakes or imperfections. Her performance was flawless. She hit every note perfectly. The special effects in that movie were flawless. Everything looked so real. Nuanced. Nuanced. Something that has small, subtle details that add complexity to the plot or the show. The actor's performance was so nuanced, you could feel all the emotions even when he wasn't saying anything. That book had a lot of nuanced characters. They weren't just good or bad, they were complicated. Mesmerizing. Something so fascinating that you can't look away, like it's hypnotizing you. The way the lights moved in that concert was mesmerizing. I couldn't stop watching. Her dancing was so mesmerizing, I felt like time stopped while she was on stage. Engrossing. Engrossing. Something so interesting or exciting that it grabs all your attention and you can't stop thinking about it or watching it. That fantasy book was so engrossing, I read the whole thing in one day. The movie was so engrossing, I didn't even notice how long it was. It felt like time flew by. And finally, the last word is frenetic. Something that is very fast, full of energy, and a little chaotic, like everything is happening at once. The action scenes in that movie were so frenetic, it felt like everything was happening at lightning speed. The concert had a frenetic energy. People were dancing, lights were flashing, and the music was super intense. So that's it for today's class. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know which was your favorite in the comment section below. Like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.